It's your boy Rig, so we're gonna get right into it. Just wanted to talk a little bit about when Boosie went on the Cam Capone, and he talked about some interesting topics, some interesting subject matter. And what that was about men wearing dresses. So it's two things I want to cover in this video. Watch all the way to the end because I have some bonus information that's definitely going to help you out. So like I said, there's two things I wanted to discuss. First, he talked about two sides of the track, so that there are certain comedians that don't have that honor, that code that necessarily ties them into streets. And I can say to an extent, tie them into crime and other things like that urban grids talk about, that our cousins and people that we look up to talk about, that code, that G code. Some people don't come from that, respectfully. And I'm not necessarily saying that people are coming from the suburbs either. It's just a certain code, okay? And if we're talking about progression, if we're talking about getting from status quo, then we can't just look at the relations and what's going on in the community and say, oh, if you don't come from streets, or if you don't come from a hard background, then you can't be included. And what I like that Boosie brought up in the interview is he referenced the Wayans brothers. He referenced In Living Color, because that was something that we all respected, something that we all enjoyed. And at the same time, and especially in this age in the internet, we find that looking behind the curtain, that people didn't have that background despite the character that we saw in movies and that we saw in TV. So I like that he broke down the distinction that some people didn't come from that. And then he compared it to a Bernie Mac that was raised in Chicago that did come from that. All right. So my second thing is, he said something that I say in my inner circles, where he said women need to start stepping up. So what that means is a lot of things that men do, and we realize this over years. It's not something that the internet just brought to our attention, but this has been going on for decades, is that the things that men do is because women accept it. And that could be going hard, but at the same time, doing things that's a little bit suspect, things that, you know, you have a side eye to. And if women look into that and be like, nah, yeah, you looking like a bitch right now. Nah, you looking like a girl right now. If women were to step up and say that, then I think that would change the minds or change the intent upon a lot of men that do certain things that it's not respectful. And so I know that there's an identity crisis. I know that there's a lot of spiritual warfare out here. People not going to admit to it. And at the same time, a lot of people are asleep behind it. But I definitely wanted to just touch on that. And as I said, if you watch all the way to the end, I got more information about sticking together, especially about the roles and things that we can do to get to the next level. It's in the link in the description. Please click on that. But don't forget to subscribe, comment below. Let's keep the conversation going. Y'all be easy.